And welcome to the Rebel Radio Podcast. This is, I should have started out with the Waves World song or something, but I'm not going to do that. This is Mark, and I would leave that to Matt. He's the karaoke guy in this group here. The long is his second man.
Mark's World, party time. Excellent.
There you go.
Or is it the new one? Mark's World, party time. Excellent. However they do it with the. I had forgotten that part whenever I was watching this.
Oh man,
this week.
And then two snaps in a circle.
Yeah.
No.
We'll get that in a bit, but it's surprising how much of this movie I remembered like it was yesterday. But we'll get to that. But yeah, the Rebel Radio Podcast at the rebelradiopodcast.com, and we are counting down. We're going our way to 500 episodes, and pretty cool. 12 years, I think, of podcasting and hitting 500 episodes. Not a bad run, I'd have to say, as we're getting closer.
Yes.
And almost there. And a few things to do before we get to 500 episodes, like some good movies to talk about over the next few weeks. And we have a pretty cool announcement coming up about something special that's going to happen on the Rebel Radio Podcast number 500 and more. But before we get there, we will be at Comic Palooza. We'll be there Saturday, May 24th at the Georgia Brown Convention Center. And we finally have a scheduled time for 6 o'clock. I don't remember the room. I think it's 340, but I might be wrong. But we're going to be talking. We're just going to have some fun. We're going to talk our favorite movies, probably make some sort of top 5 out of it because we like to do that sort of thing. And maybe we'll do some trivia and just have some fun. It's always kind of weird to make what topic to do with these. We've done some stuff like Batman Returns and Indiana Jones, and just felt like it was more of a year. Just want to do something a little looser instead of a focused topic. Mm-hmm. And also, when you do a focused topic, sometimes I feel like you can alienate some people that are interested in that topic. So I think doing a more broad topic, like our favorite movies, might interest more people. And maybe we'll give away a couple of things. See what junk I have around here. You can win my junk. And
some action figures that we don't want to hold on to anymore, and we're like, you know what, this would make a really good prize.
That's right. Yeah. You never know what you might find at Comic Palooza with the Rebel Radio Podcast. And from the looks of it, all 3 of us will be there this year, unless Long chickens out. I'm not putting you on the spot, Long. I'm just messing with you.
Well, if it's going to be our last,
years.
If it's going to be our last, possibly last,
it very well could be.
That I might as well tag along.
Especially if it continues to be Memorial Day weekend. If it's in June next year, I'd be all for it. But Memorial Day weekend is just a harder year to do when I have a daughter whose birthday is always around Memorial Day weekend. And it's just like, and a nephew. My daughter's May 24th, my nephew's May 25th. So it just becomes a more difficult weekend. But if it's in June, I'm all for it. I like it when they have it in June, actually. It works out better. Mm-hmm. We'll see. Kid, we're not promising it's our last, but it's if I was a betting man, I'd say it's 75% our last. And we'll see how next year goes. And I can just see now someone that's in charge of Comic Palooza heard that and goes, "Oh my God!" But whatever. We'll see what happens. I don't know, man. I'm kind of curious. I might bite the bullet and get a Ron Simmons autograph. I haven't decided though. I probably won't. I don't know if I want to spend the money. So yeah. I'll just go maybe try to find a couple of figures, do a little toy hunt, and hang out with you guys. That'll be good enough for me.
Yeah.
And I'll go say hi to Mark when I'm there because I always see him at Southgate.
Steer clear of Misfit Toys booth.
I'll be like, "Yo, Daniel, I got him right here. Yo, the villain."
Yeah. The whatever. I can't think of something.
It's a whole other story, folks. Don't worry about it. We're not going to air the dirty laundry on the podcast. That's right. A little inside joke there.
Yeah.
But all I can say is that you might see Long down on his knees at Comic Palooza. No, I'm just kidding.
No, they will be on their knees begging for my business again.
That's right.
Yeah. It's the other way around.
So yeah, how are you guys? Otherwise, good.
Good, not bad.
And had a fun week. Yeah.
Yeah. Had a couple of grails that come in finally today, which I'm excited about.
They were showing those off pre-show.
Pre-show, yep. The largest transformer I've ever owned. Fortress Maximus G1 reissue, by the way. A little funny story about that. There was a shop that was offering the vintage original copy of the Fortress Maximus for $1,900,
Wow.
and it's still box complete.
I was going to say that had to be with the box. Yeah.
Box had all the figures in it, and the only thing that sucked was it had yellowing on the white parts of the plastic, which is typical for white plastic. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll hold off. They were going to give 10% off of it because it was over 100. It's like, ooh, 10%.
Right.
That's instead of 1,900, then it'll be
Saves
like
you the tax. What do you do? Yeah.
1,700. Yeah, exactly. So surfed on eBay and I saw a 2013 reissue of it. It's like, hey, I'd rather own something that's 25 years younger and newer plastic and all that. And it was like, got it for $750 free shipping. So yeah, not bad at all. Came from California, I think.
I'm gonna, you
Ohio.
Get one collector that might see it and go, but that's not original. But you know what? If it makes you happy, it's all that matters. I have repo Star Wars figures in my vintage Star Wars collection because I'm sorry, I can't afford a $400 General Lando. I'm okay with a $40 repro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And they'll have improvements too.
Yeah, and you can't, unless I tell you that's a repro, when you look at my Star Wars case, you don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
As long as you have the representation of the character, that's all that matters.
That's it. That's why I'm down to about 8 or 9 figures in the vintage Star Wars line, and they're all very expensive ones that hopefully I can either one day get repros of, or there's a couple that are overly expensive that I can track down at regular money, but
yeah, you might be you and Matt might become my new dumping grounds if I do a purge on my collection. Yeah.
Just absorb all the.
It's okay.
I don't mind. You feel like partying with, yeah.
Yeah. So.
The optimist, both my optimists you gave me are sitting right next to each other, looking proud.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. You should do it takes LR44 batteries, so it has light and sound gimmicks in it.
Right.
I just need to send you the link to what it is. What is it? The Power Snap Optimus Prime or something? That's what it's called.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a pretty large figure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my next collection project is really getting the main villain, the main hero of the Japanese Transformers shows, because you know how in the original G1, the original. You had Megatron versus Optimus Prime, and then you had Rodimus Prime versus Galvatron.
Right.
In the Headmasters, it was actually Fortress Maximus versus Scorponok.
Scorponok, yeah.
And then what was it called? The Power Master ones series, or Master Force. That one is it was God Jinrai, who's basically Optimus Prime. Versus who's the name of the main villain of that one?
It was like a Megatron type character, but
what was it? Overlord. Yeah, Overlord wasn't the main villain. And in Victory, now it gets really further away from the G1, is Star Saber versus the coolest Decepticon name ever, Deathsaurus.
Yeah. Victory's wild.
Yeah.
I've only seen a little bit of it, but it's crazy.
Yeah, Deathsaurus, and I'm trying to get Victory Leo, which was a resurrection of Optimus Prime, and then Deathsaurus figure, either third party or actual official figure. But those are pricey.
I hope they make a sequel to Transformers 1.
Yeah,
I thought that was a fun movie.
I heard it's been the home video sales has been great, on it, but fucking Paramount, who knows? They're so stingy. It's run by accountants, basically,
Yeah.
So, didn't realize that.
Yeah.
They're busy making, they're licking Tyler Sheridan's butt. How many TV shows can you make us Yellowstone spinoffs and Landman or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool though, man. It's always fun to get a Grail toy, man.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a few that in my collection that you ask that question: if your house is on fire, what's the one thing you would grab? There's always a couple of those Grails you're going to grab.
Yeah.
Besides the kids.
Yeah.
And let's hope it never comes to that for sure.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So, man, we're going to get into some things. A little bit of news to cover. I guess Disney is finally moving forward. I was wondering if this was ever going to happen with the new Planet of the Apes movie, but it's strangely, which makes no sense to me, not a sequel to Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which was left wide open at the end of it. It's going to be from the guy who directed Fantastic Four First Steps, and it's going to be a standalone film. I'm like, wait, what? Like, I don't even.
Yep.
Why? Just make a sequel. Everyone wants to know what's going to happen after Kingdom because it was such a great open end. And the story of Noah and it's like they're descendant of Caesar. I'm like, I don't know. This one, I wonder if this is just early news, and maybe when the movie actually starts getting underway, this will change. But apparently, it's pretty far along, considering the guy just made Fantastic Four, and it's his next project. Like, it's going to go into production pretty soon. So
yeah,
I was like, wow. I mean, I love it. I love that franchise. I'll go watch Planet of the Apes no matter what. But I just was really expecting a sequel to Kingdom, because apparently this is coming out as early as next year. It's a 2027 release. I'm like, wow. So that tells me it's pretty far along into pre-production. So consider those movies are massive special effects films. They take a while to get all the special effects done. And it's been the reboot franchise has been amazing since it's come back. And so hopefully it stays in that footsteps. I'm just curious how it's not a sequel. But that was very unexpected news this week. But good news. I'll take it. What a great science fiction franchise. And Matt Reeves gave us our first teaser as Batman. Looks like it's finally going behind the cameras. And he released a couple of very blurry images of, looks like the wheel of the Batmobile and a cityscape. And it looks like snow. I mean, he's been teasing this for a couple of years. He wants to do Mr. Freeze in live action. With a snowy Gotham. So it'll be really interesting. But apparently Zoe Kravitz is not coming back. Which is interesting. But, I trusted Reeves. You can write us. You don't need Catwoman in the story because her story was told in the first one. And remember, she drove off at the end. So we'll see where it goes. I mean, I've been excited for this film since the end of the first one. It just feels like it's taking ages to ever come out, and we're still over October of 2027, so a year and a half away before this comes out. Matt, you cannot fall asleep before we're 15 minutes into the show.
No, I'm just looking at my notes.
You look at your nuts?
Notes.
Oh.
Jeez. Is hearing the first thing that goes whenever you get to 50?
Yes, okay. Yeah. But no, I mean, he clearly said he's looking at his nuts. But whatever, man. He's a nice cover. Yeah, that's really it, man, for news. Just those couple of days that stood out to me this week that I felt were, other than that, television mogul Ted Turner, creator of WCW Wrestling, passed away at 78. And I am not going to lie, I pulled along this week. Where long is ago? I thought he was already, I really thought Ted Turner had already passed. I did not know he was still alive because he's been out of the public eye for quite a while. He sold, most of his TBS stuff is all sold to,
He became super recluse after.
Right. I think it's owned by shareholders now, I believe. And not sure who owns all that now. Well, I guess Warner Brothers owns a lot of TNT too. Yeah. It's Warner Brothers owns a lot of it.
Yeah. Cartoon Network.
So I really did not. But hey, man, he was at a time when TV was changing. He created TBS and TNT and really helped bring cable TV into the forefront as we know it today. And went on to create WCW Wrestling to compete with the WWE. And really did a lot for TV in a cultural sense, that was important in the 1980s.
Excuse me.
But so he left a legacy. But I thought that was, I think it was 78. But he definitely had not been in the public eye for a while. He used to always be right behind home plate in Braves games. He owned the Braves for a long time too. The Atlanta Braves of baseball. And one last bit of news, I guess, is, they've been teasing a Edge of Tomorrow sequel for several years, and it looks like it's pretty much effectively dead. Even Tom Cruise is kind of saying, "Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen." So,
Hmm.
I was
That's the
kind of hoping,
Universal movie, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and kind of hoping for a sequel. I thought it was a fun movie, but it looks like it's, Tom Cruise, and Tom is usually pretty on top of his projects. If he answers questions by like, I don't think it's going to happen, then it's not going to happen.
He ain't. He's not getting younger.
No,
So.
yeah, I mean, he's 60 now, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it for the news, really, man. Just those few things I saw this week. All right, let's get into things we watched or played this week. And you might want to go first. I mean,
I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first.
Yeah. Been playing the expansion to Diablo 4. It's been fun. They unleashed a new class called the Warlock. Matt, you've played it, right? Diablo 4?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Have you kept up with the expansions?
I haven't. I haven't played in a couple years.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, you should play Paladin. Oh, Paladin.
Oh,
so
Paladin.
fun.
Nice. They brought back Paladin.
They brought back Paladin. They brought back. They created a new class called the Warlock. And then they have in the previous expansion the Spiritborn, which is kind of a witch doctor type,
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been playing that. It's been fun. The story is really good. I mean, really, really good. It picked up some pieces from the base game that I didn't really like, as far as to how it solved the whole Lilith problem.
Yeah.
But this latest expansion, supposedly the final expansion, is addresses all that from the base game. Didn't really care much for the story in the middle expansion, which is called Vessel of Hatred, and it was all right. It was a quick campaign, but I'm still working on this current campaign. So, yeah. What else did I do? Did I watch anything? Nah, not really. I just watched a whole bunch of collector videos and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's
That's a
your
normal
floor,
week
Mark.
for me, collector videos.
Yeah. Yeah. The floor is yours, Mark.
Yeah,
I
I'll
interrupted
go in the middle today.
Yeah.
Man, so I did watch the stuff. I'll get to that in a minute. But I got back onto Red Dead because I took a little break, so I was so into it. And I finished the main story, and I'm on to the epilogue. And man, Arthur's story at the end is one of the most emotional endings to his story I've ever seen in a video game. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I brought a little bit of a tear to my eye. His last ride in that game is wow. It is emotionally impactful for a video game. And kudos to the storytellers for still doing that through a video game. Such a perfect ending. It sucks that your character has to go to his death in a game, but it's a noble death. Well, this game has multiple endings, and I played it with high honor. So if you play with high honor, you get a noble death. If you play with shitty honor, you get a villain's death. So I played with high honor, so I got the really noble ending for him, and now I move on to the epilogue to finish out the game. But Red Dead Redemption 2 is probably one of the greatest games I've ever played. And it's crazy. It's 8 years old and people are still discovering new things in the game and still playing it. I mean, there are YouTube channels that regularly update every day with Red Dead content. That's how popular this game is. So I did watch a few more episodes. I'm going to try to stick with this Battlestar Galactica watch. I finished the miniseries and I'm about 5 episodes into the season 1. Such a greatly written, well-written show. Special effects are definitely 2004, but that's okay. It's so well written. It's cool to see a young, what's her name was in Star Wars? Katie Sackhoff. She plays Starbuck in it. Sackhoff. And she's really great in the show. She's probably one of the best in the show. So I've been watching that, and then I watched the first 4 or 5 episodes of Maul finally. Oh man, guys, you got to watch. I know long you don't have Disney Plus right now, but y'all got to watch Maul. This is some of the best Star Wars. Filoni's always good. I mean, he always is. Clone Wars, but this might be the best he's done. It is fucking great. Every episode has banger moments. Remember how those first season of Rebels, everything was just like, wow, this is like that, man. This is that kind of writing that just has jaw-dropping moments as a Star Wars fan that you're like, wow, this is really cool. And that is how good it is. Really interesting story. It takes place about a year after Clone Wars, a few months after the Bad Batch, but it's like 2 years before Solo. So it's going to fill in that gap. Apparently, season 2 might even get closer to tying in with Solo, from what I've heard, because Filoni has said things like how the Clone Wars made the prequels better. He said, give us a chance. You're going to look at Solo differently by the time we're done with Maul. And I think that's a pretty bold statement. But I believe Filoni can do it. I mean, absolutely. You know, he's that guy. And it's really good, man. I highly recommend it. And I watched all those first 4 episodes like very quickly because it flows so well. And I'm trying to see if I watched anything else this week.
Did you watch Backlash?
I did watch Backlash tonight.
How was the match between Io and Asuka?
Oh, it's great. I mean, to be fair, all 5 matches were really good. I mean, there were no crazy shenanigans as far as WWE. Nothing crazy happened, but all 5 matches were really good. Like Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins was great.
Mm-hmm.
Io and Asuka was great. Trick Williams versus Sammy was good, and Roman and Jake was good. And then the gimmick match with Danhausen and his mystery partner against The Miz and Kit Wilson was a lot of fun too, really well done. I mean, so all 5 matches it was a really solid PLE for a mid-level PLE. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I enjoyed it, man. It was a good watch.
Yeah, they're saying that this could be Asuka's last match.
That's what they were saying because of something she posted on Instagram and the way she hugged Io when she was done. I mean, she is 40. Not that that's too old for wrestling, but
it's usually at the back end.
Yeah, especially with females, they tend by the time they get to 40. And of course, Charlotte Flair says she's going to be the one that breaks that she wants to go till 50 if she can.
She's 40 plus, yeah.
She's already 40. I think she's 41. Charlotte is, or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So but if it's Asuka's last match, it was a really great match. I mean, and what better way to do it than one of her best friends, you know? And Io's always amazing in the ring. Io's one of the absolute best female wrestlers in the entire world. You know, and, so it was good.
She's been wrestling for 22 years too. So
oh man, go look up some of her stuff when she was like in Lucha Libre. she was hardcore back then, man.
Yeah, I meant Asuka was been wrestling.
Oh, Asuka too.
Years. Yeah. So, the Lucha Libre stuff is pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's funny. You go back and you watch some of that stuff compared to now, you're like, it's hard to believe, like, wow, that was Io Sky because it's so different, you know, with Lucha Libre Underground and all that because it's so hardcore. Mm-hmm. But I think that's about all I really watched this week. Some Star Wars Maul and some Battlestar Galactica. So a little science fiction this week.
Nice.
No chick flicks like Matt.
I did not watch chick flicks this week.
I did.
At least know that he told us of.
I did watch. It's been a couple years since this film came out, but I did the free Shudder rental for 7 days, and Late Night with the Devil was on it, and I had some friends that were horror fans that really liked that movie, that it was different, and it's got the guy who played Polka Dot Man from James Gunn's Suicide Squad, and
Damien Dalmatian.
Yeah. He's the talk show host. I don't know if you've seen the.
I know who he is, but man, I don't like him as Bison in Street Fighter. That's like the one Street Fighter casting that has me kind of like, you know.
Yeah,
I can see it. Personally, I can see it. He's always been kind of an odd character, and Bison himself is always kind of a weird psycho.
Right. I guess my problem is he's not intimidating enough. You know, Bison should be like a fighter that's intimidating. So we'll see. I'm sure it'll be fine.
He's more lover than fighter. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
But in this film, he plays a talk show host, and they're trying to get their ratings back on track. And it's sweeps week and Halloween, and they invite a girl who is supposed to be able to channel a demonic spirit, and as far as like possession, and so her guardian, who helps her in and out of these trances, where she is able to get the demon to speak through her. They convince her to take the girl onto the show, and all hell breaks loose. It's good. I probably wouldn't watch it again. It's not my type of horror film, but it wasn't bad for a free rental from Shudder. Got some character actors in there. I think some of these people I've seen before, but it's decent. Has a little twist at the end, a little bit of one, but yeah, overall it's all right. I was trying to just see what other free stuff was on Shudder, and it didn't impress me too much. There's a series called From that I'm kind of interested in, but I haven't really checked it out. I did watch The Boys this week. So supposedly Homelander is indestructible because he took V1. And that's what everyone's speculating now, that maybe he got like a different, like maybe the dosage was swapped out by Soldier Boy, and we're going to see if Homelander is going to die in the next season or in the next episode. And apparently they're going to stream the final episode of the season, final episode of the series, I believe. I think this is the last season. Yeah, it's supposed to stream
spin-offs.
Oh yeah, they're. I'm sure they're going to have
all these shows have to milk things to death now.
Yes, all these spin-offs. Breaking Bad was the first one to successfully, I feel like, do it. Like a successful spin-off, huh? Better Call Saul.
Well, they have a lot of success. Yeah, I mean, there's been spin-offs before.
El Camino.
Well, then they had Better Call Saul, which is a very successful show.
But yeah, that, and then Helldivers. I've been killing bugs, and they made some new bugs. They're faster, and I'm like, I have to take the warrant. Usually I use the Talon because it's unlimited ammo as long as you don't burn it out, and it goes through everything. And
what difficulty are you playing on?
6. I usually play on 6 extreme.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not in the kiddie pool like me playing on hard.
I play on hard.
I like the kiddie pool, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to stress on video games.
If I want to solo, if I'm gonna start my own missions, I do go on hard, because if you're gonna be by yourself, I feel like that's the only time where that's like the highest difficulty I can do on my own. And that's if I take an exosuit.
You need to jump in on the Helldivers, and all 3 of us can play it.
We could, yeah.
Even though, because they have cross-platform play now.
Yeah, you can be on PC, Xbox, PlayStation.
PS4,
yeah. And I'm level 65. I was doing good at first, and then I kind of backed off. I'm back into it a little bit now.
Me. I'm like in the 40s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's funny.
But it's fun, man. You can every division has its own its own penchant. The Terminids, they're just it's French for their own like thing. But
don't do that again.
There's je ne sais quoi, as you say.
Yeah.
By the way, the voila. No,
voila.
What was it? So, have you been earning special premium credits through gameplay and buying war packs, or do you just outright buy them sometimes?
I just buy the premium war bond, but
the war bond.
Yeah. So I, especially if like when
only $10,
Redacted,
really.
Yeah, it's only $10.
Yeah.
And when Redacted Regiment came out, that's the last one. This last one that I've kind of started progressing into, because it's stealth armor.
Yeah.
And if you're solo, it helps you out because you can kind of navigate through swarms of enemies, and you're not going to aggro them. And you can just go to the objective, and if it's to destroy certain compounds, man, just drop an eagle, drop 500 kg eagle in there, or take some napalm, some orbital napalm, and just throw it in there and just watch everything just go to hell. You know, it's fucking Vietnam all over again. That's what I feel like whenever you drop napalm.
Yeah.
It just gets everywhere. It even kills your party.
Yeah.
And then this last one, I felt bad. So I was like, I was smoking a brisket today, and I was talking along before the show whenever you had stepped out, Mark, and we closed down the bar doing karaoke. Got home at 2, and I instantly started getting the pit ready at 2 in the morning, and then put the brisket on, and then set myself alarms for 1 and 2 hours apart, over and over and over again. And I was just up and down, up and down. And whenever it was like 6, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to stay up for a little longer, and I'm going to play. And so I did okay on our first run. I was playing with these guys, and then we went to the next mission, and I mistook my I think I was trying to call down a Gatling, and for some reason I accidentally called down my eagle, and I just threw it down right on top of us. And I was like, sorry, I'm out of here. I fucking logged out. I was like, I'm not going to live that down.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
I was like, huh, that's weird. I said, why is it a white beam? It's usually blue for the, and then I see it shows after I died, it shows Eagle KG ready, the second one. And I was like, fuck, I can kill this all. I was like, nope. All right, I'm out of here. Done. Don't screenshot my username, because they'll roast you on the online communities. This asshole, we were in this game and he fucking blew us all to hell. Then they just logged out.
He was a griefer.
Don't let him join your party next time. He's fucked up. But no, that was my fun today. But yeah, Mark, if you ever get that game.
It's not very expensive.
Yeah, no,
it's one of those few games, Mark, that makes like, I'm not a big shooter fan, but man, there's something. It feels it's one of the few games that is actually, dang, this feels really good to fire off, some firearms in this game.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, the sound, the response, and all the different weapons in it. So you might like it, Mark.
Yeah, use anything, man. They've got all kinds.
Mark, you ever played Mercenaries back in the day? Do you remember that game?
I remember it, but I don't think I ever played it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's a really cool game. So.
Yeah. All right. Let's get on today's featured film, man. I know, Stop the Press. We're doing a comedy, and this next week's movie is kind of a comedy too. It's like a comedy with drama or something. I think. So, a movie that is based on a Saturday Night Live skit. And man, I guess to paint the picture for people that might not be familiar with this movie, because I actually mentioned this movie to someone. They were like, what is that? I'm like, have you not heard of Wayne's World? But then I realized this is peak Saturday Night Live in the early 90s, when it was at its probably most popular ever. It had its popularity in the late, maybe the late 70s. It was super popular as well, with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd and all those guys. But then early 90s was also peak Saturday Night Live with Adam Sandler and Mike Myers and Dana Carvey. And we talked earlier about Ted Turner's passing, who brought cable television. There was a time when television ruled the world. It wasn't all streaming, and people would stay up on Saturday night, watch Saturday Night Live. And this is a skit from there called Wayne's World, and they turned it into a film. At this time, there were several Saturday Night Live movie skits being turned into movies. In Wayne's World, you had The Ladies' Man.
Leon
Coneheads. Coneheads got turned into a movie. A few other ones I just can't think of off the top of my head. But there were a lot of them. I think Wayne's World is probably arguably the most successful. and I think the only one that ever got a sequel. Because there is a Wayne's World 2.
Yeah, with
And-
Charlton Heston.
And it stars Mike Myers and Dana Carvey as Wayne Campbell and Garth Algar. And this is a movie right off of my heart, being a growing up listening to heavy metal and rock and roll and understanding the genre. And you wore your blue jeans and your T-shirts and your trucker caps, and you tried to grow your hair long, which was more 1980s. We kind of changed that a little bit when you got to the grunge era. But
I wore flannel.
Yeah, we changed it to flannel and combat boots, and we got rid of the trucker hats. It was more beaties and backwards caps at that point. But thank you, Eddie Vedder, for doing that. And so basically, they are a syndicated TV show that goes from their basement, and a movie or a television producer wants to sneakily buy the show from them and put it on the air, but really wants to steal it out from under them so they can create Wayne's World into a massive hit and make money off of Wayne's World, because they figured that Wayne and Garth are dumb and incompetent. In the meantime, Wayne falls in love with Tia Carrera, and Garth also tries to find the love of his life, and it all comes together in the end with a bunch of shenanigans. And the movie is basically an hour and a half of just ridiculous stuff, but it's hilarious, it's funny, and I don't realize how many times I've actually quoted this movie in my life until I rewatched it the other day. I'm like, yeah, I definitely grew up with this movie, man. I remember watching it when it came out. I liked it, and I still like it, and I think it holds up pretty well. I think for being 30 years old, the jokes hit. There's really nothing it's not one of those movies. Sometimes you watch movies from the 80s and the jokes don't hit because they're dated. Wayne's World actually isn't as dated as I thought it would be. It holds up pretty well, but I think that's because people can recognize that late 80s, early 90s era, And so I know you guys had seen this before, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen it, and yeah, I didn't watch it until it reached home video,
Same.
then I was like, oh, that's interesting. But I did like the SNL skits, though. They were pretty funny. And then there was, of course, there was that famous pop cultural impact with the Bohemian Rhapsody scene in the very beginning. When they did that, like everyone in my age started doing it, started listening in on, whoa, what's this, band called Queen?
It made the song go back to number one.
Yeah. And that was a very big thing that happened back in the 90s, that everyone was doing that in the drive-thrus and stuff, playing that song. And it was I remember that it wasn't, I liked Wayne's World 2 more because it's zanier and goofier than this one.
Someone with the men at work, right? Or the YMCA, the Village People.
Yeah. And then it had Christopher Walken in the sequel,
Mm-hmm.
And man, and Tia Carrera, she was my childhood crush too. So
Tia Carrera.
I think she's Filipino. So yeah.
Well, going back to the Bohemian Rhapsody, raise your hand if you ever had a Bohemian Rhapsody headbang in your car.
Yes.
I've done it.
Yeah, put it on, with your friends, and you're just like, Mama,
Giving us the freaking look like fucking white people.
and Myers fought for that song. Originally, they wanted him to do something more contemporary, like "Welcome to the Jungle."
Yeah, they wanted something newer.
Yeah,
and but he won the battle, and it was the right call. The whole opening sequence is hilarious. Wayne or Garth, they pick up Phil. If you're gonna spew into this. Hell, I've used that joke before.
Yes, whenever someone was sick in the car, I think we always if we had a little cup, like a little McDonald's cup, like you're gonna spew into this. I remember my dad making that joke too. My dad even thought that was funny. But yeah, man, that's like so many quotable things. And then this was the first time I discovered Alice Cooper as a kid. And it's funny, his little monologue, he thought he was just going to be talking about, or he thought he was just going to be singing. Yeah. And then he's over here giving a spiel about American history.
A history lesson. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so ridiculous and random that it just works. It works with this movie because it's all just random and funny. Just like Mike Myers in the bedroom with Tia Carrere with his underwear up his ass, and, trying on her bra and stuff.
I
Mike Myers
almost
could pull it off.
personally. I was like, oh, my eyes.
It is a bit disturbing.
Burns.
And Freddie Mercury did not live long enough to see the renaissance of the song, but they did send a tape over, so he did see clips of how the song was being used in the movie before.
Oh, that's
'cause
cool.
the movie, he passed away right around the time I think the movie hit theaters, if I remember right. So he didn't see the Renaissance, but he did get to see how it was used. So he had to sign off and gave me permission for it to be used. But yeah, this movie grossed over $100 million. Still the only Saturday Night Live movie that's done that. That's pretty wild. And the funny thing is, Mike Myers, as much as he is funny on screen, he's also notoriously not an easy guy to work with. There's lots of stories about how he didn't get along with people on the Saturday Night Live set.
Interesting.
He actually didn't want Wayne's World to be a duo. He fought against having Dana Carvey in it. And this is public knowledge that him and Dana, after Wayne's World 2, had a falling out, and they did not talk for years until fairly recently. I think they made up because they made up for, was Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary, something like that, and they did a Wayne's World thing on there. And he wanted it to be a solo gig. He goes, man, this is my character. I want to do it. And then Lorne Michaels, told him, no, we're doing it with Dana. And I would
you
think,
can't do Wayne's World without Garth
right.
Yeah, dude.
to bounce off of. Yeah.
So there is some behind the scenes drama with this stuff that, Mike Myers was not easy to work on set on these films. He wanted things his way quite a bit. And he only did the sequel because he was contractually obligated to. He didn't really want to do it. So there's not all, as much fun as this movie is, it's not all fun behind the scenes.
I've always wondered why why he never showed up in any of the Sandler movies. Because they were known as the bad boys of SNL. That clique, and it was Sandler, Myers,
Farley,
and Spade.
Yeah.
They pushed the skit comedy pretty
Right.
far. But yeah, I was surprised that there was a reason. I guess egos. I don't see Sandler as being someone with a huge ego or anything like that. So. But it was weird seeing how come Mike Myers never showed up in any of the Sandler movies or vice versa.
Well, what's strange is he made friends with Rob Lowe in this movie and put him in the Austin Powers movies.
Yeah.
So I guess he was a person that just only clicked with certain people, Because I thought that was interesting. And the scene that makes me laugh is where he speaks Cantonese. He's obviously not speaking real Cantonese. It's all ad-libbed.
Yes.
He's talking to, he talks to her father, right? Yeah. I had it on. I was in the kitchen during that scene. I've seen enough, but it's pretty funny. And they do the whole classic kung fu movie thing where the mouths keep moving and the words stop.
Yeah. Racist.
Go ahead, Matt.
I wonder if Rob Lowe was actually speaking Cantonese in his little bit. I have to look.
Yeah, see, I was reading some notes here. The original script had Garth barely in the movie because of Mike Myers. And that Carvey actually quit the movie just weeks before shooting. Then they had to be convinced him to come back. So yeah.
And they did this the sequel too, or
yeah. And what's funny is Garth to me is the saving grace of this movie. He has some of the funniest lines.
Yeah.
Like they're just ridiculous. Where they're crawling into the Mission Impossible things, playing. Wait, hold up, guys! I fell on my keys. Or it's like a new pair of underwear. First it's constrictive, then it becomes a part of you. I've said that to the kids before they buy something that's new, and it's just like, I mean, this
His
movie
awkwardness
works.
is so funny.
This movie works because of Dana Carvey, if you ask me. Where he doesn't know the words Bohemian Rhapsody, which he really did it, so he's kind of just mumbling at the beginning, and Carvey didn't really like it, but the test audiences liked it, so they left it in the movie, and it's hilarious because he's just sort of mumbling, you know.
I can never be mad at the actor behind the classic comedy movie Mastermind. Turtle.
Yeah. It's considered one of the worst movies ever
Master
made.
of Disguise. I mean, was it called Master of Disguise?
Master of Disguise.
Yeah.
It's consistently considered one of the worst films ever made.
Yeah.
So Rob Lowe did speak actual Cantonese in the film. Apparently Mike Myers did too, but his was like bad. Apparently Reddit, some people on Reddit are like, yeah, it's Cantonese, but Myers wasn't very, very good at speaking his, but Rob Lowe was pretty good. I remember the beefing between Mike Myers and Dana Carvey going into release of Master of Disguise. And I remember hearing something about how Myers was like, I don't know, trying to make the movie more like unsuccessful before it came out. And obviously it's a very weird movie, even for me to watch. I think the funniest thing about it, you know, other than the impressions, is the bad guy. The bad guy, he laughs, and if he laughs too much, he farts. So he'll be like,
I've only seen the trailer to that movie, so
yeah.
And all I remember is the turtle thing.
Turtle.
Yeah, even the director of the film that said Mike Myers was terrible workforce. He said he got mad because there was no butter for his bagel one day. He got mad, flipped over a table.
Wow.
Was consistently late to set. Wow. So Mike Myers, one of those guys that doesn't seem so nice.
Yeah.
Not really, man. That's crazy.
And that's why you don't like. It's kind of funny. Like if someone is difficult on set, you won't see very many movies from them. You know.
Right.
And
well, I mean, Val Kilmer is a prime example. I mean, rest in peace, Val. But late in his career, he didn't get a lot of roles because he became known very difficult to work with, so he wasn't getting cast.
yeah.
You know. So yeah. Yeah, that's why she did not come back to direct Wayne's World 2 because she didn't want to work with him again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Penelope Spears.
Yeah.
Yeah. She did that rock documentary. I've tried watching it. What was that documentary called? And she was interviewing all the 90s metal, who's who of metal. Let's see here.
Tia sang all her own songs.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
And she turned down being in Baywatch to be in this film.
Wow,
Hey, come on, can't blame her. You'd rather be in a movie than a TV show.
Yeah, but you would have been immortalized as one of the Baywatch girls. Yasmin Bleeth, Pamela Anderson.
She was in Playboy. I'm pretty sure she's immortalized.
This is
it's
true.
okay.
Yeah. She is out
I think
there.
it worked out for her.
Wow. Penelope Spears also worked as a writer for Roseanne from 88 to 97.
And she filmed Little Rascals.
Speaking of Roseanne, I've actually watched a couple of clips of the old show. It's like, dang, that's a very smartly written sitcom.
It is.
Very witty. I didn't watch it at the time because I was more in the Cosby Show camp. Oh, the decline of Western civilization.
Yes. Yeah, she did direct that one.
Yeah.
There's some fun cameos in this movie too, with Meatloaf cameoing as a bouncer.
Yes. Yeah.
Alice Cooper, of course, who a lot of people don't get the Alice Cooper scene. It's like he's completely against your expectations. You think he's gonna be like this rocker who's all like, yeah, let's party. He's like telling a history lesson about Milwaukee and stuff. And that's what's funny about it. It's like he plays this straight guy who's just like with straight telling you the truth. And they're all like, "Oh, okay." It's supposed to be awkward and funny, but I think it's hilarious.
Hmm.
You know?
Oh, she directed Black Sheep. Okay.
Oh, okay. Black Sheep was pretty good.
I didn't like it as much as Tommy Boy.
That's right. Black Sheep was the one where they're trying to he's related to his brother's running for like governor or some a district rep or something like that, and they're trying to make his brother look bad, or Chris Farley look bad,
Hmm.
so it hurts his brother's chances in the race.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Chris Farley's in this movie too. It's his big screen debut. Well, it's also Mike Myers' big screen debut, technically.
Yeah,
I
Chris
think
Farley
Dan-
gives
Dan-
away a lot of info to Mr.
Yeah.
Big.
Doesn't he seem to know a lot for a security guard?
Yeah.
Then he does it again in part 2.
Is that like supposed to be a nod that hey, it's Chris Farley in the movie or something? Or I didn't really get that third wall part,
right.
or that fourth wall thing where, yeah, like was it because they're, I don't know, yeah.
I do like the different endings at the end where you think it's going to end with Wayne not getting the girl and everyone's losing the TV show. Then they throw in the Scooby-Doo ending, which is pretty funny.
Let's do the Scooby-Doo ending.
And then the real ending.
Let's do the ultra super happy ending.
The good thing about the bad ending, though, is we do get Tia Curran in a bathing suit. That was pretty good.
Yes.
Before we get the super happy ending. I thought that was pretty funny. There's a lot of genius stuff in the movie, too. There's just little smart in jokes where they have the owner of Noah's Arcades, who's the TV producer who wants to steal the show, and they have him on the show, and he's writing notes on the cards like, this man has no penis. And a sphincter says what?
A sphincter says what? What? A sphincter says what? What?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
They try to do that with Christopher Walken in the sequel. It's like, yeah, and then like Christopher Walken is trying to make me say what, right? That's not going to work. I know about that old joke, and then Wayne and Garth like, oh my gosh, we met our match, something like that. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I think, man, I don't know. I like this movie. I think it's a fun movie. I think it holds up pretty well. It's definitely, one of the better movies, I think, that's based on like a TV skit or a TV show. There's not a lot of great, there's a reason things are TV shows. There's not a whole lot of great TV show movies out there over the years. And there's been a few that are good. I mean, you could easily do a top 5 or top 10. And I thought about it, but then I was like too late when I told you all that. But yeah, we have basically here in a couple weeks in theaters, we have a TV movie coming out with The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
And even though it's Star Wars, it's a bit different. But but Wayne's World, it's definitely easily the best of the Saturday Night Live movies. I can't think of one that's better than this. Most of them are just really stupid or just have no point being made. And I'm not talking like the Tommy Boys. Those are just movies that star Saturday Night Live alumni. I'm talking ones that are actually based on skits. Like when they made that Superstar movie with the stupid girl with sniffer underarms, I'm like, this got turned into a movie. It's like, this is so dumb.
Night at the Roxbury.
Well, it wasn't as
The problem with Night at the Roxbury is the funny stuff was in the trailer. Then when you saw the movie, nothing else was funny. It's like they showed you everything in the trailer for that movie.
I actually like Coneheads. I actually like Coneheads.
Coneheads, I liked. I liked Coneheads.
Yeah.
Did any of y'all see MacGruber?
Yeah, I couldn't finish it.
I didn't like it. I was kind of like long. I think I was still married at the time. We tried watching it. I think we turned it off. Like, this is dumb.
I do like Hot Rod though. Hot Rod's.
But that's just a Saturday Night Live actor, though, right? It's not based on a skill.
No, it has other. I really like they Saturday Night Live really hit their stride again with Andy Samberg, Bill Hader. They have some really creative skits in the mid 2000s.
Right.
And what was it? Bill Hader, Jason Sudeikis. Yeah, it was, and Kenan Thompson when he started out. He's like now the longest serving Saturday Night Live actor now on there. So he might be. There's a talk that Kenan Thompson might take over.
I can't tell you the last time I watched Saturday Night Live. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
same
skits
here.
the skits show up on YouTube, so
right. And I think if there's been a music guest I've wanted to watch, I do that. I just go watch it on YouTube.
Mark, you ever
Yeah.
seen the Bill Hader skits, SNL skits of uh Vincent Price's Halloween special?
No.
No.
No, they're so clever because instead of making fun of they're making fun of like golden age celebrities showing
Yeah.
up at Vincent Price's Halloween special. You have like people like James Mason or like really really classic Hollywood stars, Clark Gable and Judy
Yeah.
Garland. Vip. So yeah, it was pretty
Right.
clever.
Yeah, Hater's
Uh,
okay.
yeah,
But-
but anyways,
Yeah.
I cater.
I don't know. I enjoy Wayne's World. It's fun. I think, I don't know. It's like one of those movies that, as a fan, I could rate it like an A, but if I'm being honest, it's kind of like a B plus. It's a good watch. It's fun to watch.
yeah,
It's funny.
Yeah.
It still holds up well.
yeah, I give it a B. But for some reason I preferred the
Hmm.
second movie more. So
The second one's good. Is where they set up the concert, Wayne Stock, and all that.
yeah,
Hey, it has a Pearl Jam reference in it, so I'll give it that.
yeah, and Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
So
And does Tia Carrera come back in the second one?
yes.
Yeah, she does.
And they spoofed the graduate wedding scene in that one. That was pretty hilarious. So
And
Yeah.
they cameo Charlton Heston.
yeah,
Yeah.
They get that
I think
mechanic.
I've heard his name pop up 3 times already in this recording.
Yes, it's a funny part of
You know,
that.
Matt has a thing for manly men. It's whatever.
Get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape!
All right, next week, a movie that I don't know if I've ever actually seen this all the way through. I know what it is. I know I've seen like parts of it. And who's in this again? Is it
Val Kilmer,
Val Kilmer? Yeah,
Omar Sharif.
1984.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Val Kilmer's the biggest star in it. So
I know I've seen parts of it. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like a singer or something. Yeah, and it's one of those I probably will go watch it. Like, oh yeah, I have seen this before, just a long time ago. But it is top secret.
Oh yeah, Matt, have you seen this before?
I have not seen Top Secret.
Oh, this will be fun. Yeah,
It is on Paramount Plus for watch-alongs and Paramount Plus. Yeah, so
Check it out.
so do a couple comedies in a row, so you get your comedy dosage for the year. Don't beg me for another comedy; I'll whoop your asses.
you need more whimsy in your life, Mark.
Whimsy? Did you say whimsy?
Yes,
Yeah, I get whimsical, sometimes.
life
Yeah.
isn't always about living like a Pearl Jam song.
Living like a Pearl Jam
What?
song.
You mean I can't watch kung fu movies every week and action movies? Come on now. So yeah, next week on the show, Top Secret. But until then, the rebelradiopodcast.com for all your Rebel Radio needs. As always, thanks for listening. We do appreciate it as we get closer to 500 episodes. This has been Mark.
This has been Matt.
And this is long.
And as always, thanks for watching and listening to Mark's World. Mark's World. Until next time, just go there and do it.